It's another grocery haul. I only spent between £45 and £50, and most of that was for Christmas this week, because Christmas is coming and I need to use up everything I have in the cupboards, in the freezer, to make room for the Christmas food to go in. So I went through my freezer, and if you know me by now, you know I love a good freezer sort out, and really was looking at what meals I can make. So I've got half a pack of mince in there. I still got gammon steaks in there. I've got sausage rolls in there that I've made because I found a whole new box. I've got fish, and I've got half a pizza. So I've got plenty of food to get us through for the following week. My son actually breaks up from school on Tuesday, and he has a 3-day inset day. So my ex is going to have him for a day and a half, then I'm going to have him for a day and a half. So he's not here for the weekend. He's here Monday and Tuesday. He's not here Wednesday. He's here Thursday, Friday. So I didn't need to buy as much food because I got a lot in the freezer. And as well, my ex is going to be having him some of those days, so I don't need to have extra food for him. Next week might be a little bit more expensive because I've got my son for half the week, but my ex has him for half the week because it's half term. But anyway, let me stop rambling. I went to Home Bargains yesterday before I picked up my son from school, so I'll show that first, and which is basically just Christmas stuff. And then I will show you what I got in Asda and Aldi this week. So this is everything I got in Home Bargains, and 98% of it is Christmas stuff because there was nothing in there that I actually wanted for my son and I for the next week for groceries. So I'm just going to get that in Aldi and Asda. So let's go through what I got in Home Bargains for Christmas. So first of all, I got these little cards for my son's class at school. They are 99p, and there are 32 cards, and they're all for the NSPCC. So I've got those that he can start writing on. I also got these little mini marshmallows for Christmas. I got some more Tang Fantastics. I get these for my son, so if we're going out somewhere, I usually just chuck a packet in my bag or in my pocket, so if he's hungry or wants a snack, just fill him up till I can get some food. I needed a notepad because I'm on a new project of something, so I need I just love a notepad. Anybody else love notepads? It's just like a hobby that I just seem to buy notepads and collect them all the time. I also got some gold chocolate coins. I got the white chocolate ones last week, and I got the snowman chocolates as well. They do Santas and Christmas pudding, so every week I'm going to grab them, so I've got all of them. I also got some mini candy canes. They were 89p in Home Bargains, and I got some Christmas sprinkles. These were only 79p, so I thought you get quite a lot there for 79p. So, and that was in Home Bargains as well. And then I obviously got some Christmas cards for the family. If they're watching, they're your Christmas cards, 79p each. On the Christmas card, you cannot go wrong. I also bought one of these Mogu strawberry drink things. I was just really hot and thirsty because I went for a walk and I popped into Home Bargains on my walk. So I grabbed one of them, and they're 59p. They're okay, they're not bad. And that's everything I got in Home Bargains. Keep watching because obviously I'm going to fill up my Christmas box again, and there'll be quite a lot this week. And that all cost me £10.54. So let's see what I get in Asda and in Aldi tomorrow. So this is what I got in Asda, and it really isn't much at all because one, I forgot to get the sausages, and two, because my son's not going to be here for the weekend, I don't get bread, and then I get bread on Monday before I pick him up from school. So I got him some more popcorn. I also got him some oranges. I'll obviously have some oranges as well. I got him his rainbow laces because he really likes these. I really wanted to try this Options highlights Cadbury thing, so I've got myself one of those to have this evening. And then I also picked up some popcorn kernels as well because I make my own popcorn. My son sometimes eats the popcorn I make and other times he won't, but I know he eats that, and he has a little tub of it in his lunchbox for school every day, so I wanted to get him another bag of that. So all of that there plus a pack of noodles cost me £4.79, but like I said, I need to go back in on Monday and get some bread so that I can make him sandwiches for the rest of the week. Even though he's not going to be at school for some of it, when he is with me, obviously he's going to have sandwiches for lunch, or he'll have toast for breakfast, so I need to make sure I get bread. Moving over to Aldi, this cost me £29.54, and like I said in the introduction, I'm eating everything out of the freezer. So we're going to have some very random meals for the next few weeks because Christmas is coming and we need to make room in the freezer for the Christmas food to fill the freezer back up again. So I got some more fruit shoots, which are for Christmas. I also got a pack of these sweet chili rice crackers, which are also for Christmas. And I'll do the Christmas box in a moment, so keep watching. I also got some sweet chili rice crackers for myself now, and they do the new salt and vinegar ones. Usually they only do ready salted, but they had some salt and vinegar ones. So I grabbed some of those for my son and I to try. Kiwis, I also got some chocolate covered rice cakes for Christmas, and I got some more sweetener as well. Now I got these vegetables. Usually I buy like spinach and mushrooms and tomatoes, but like I said, my son's not going to be here for most of the week, and I will just waste it because sometimes when my son's not here, I'm working so much that I forget to eat. So I thought I'd grab one of these and I can split it in half so I can have it over 2 days. And then I also got these crispy potato slices, which my son and I really like. And one day that he is going to be here, I'm going to do a roast because I still got the gammon steaks we still haven't eaten. Life just seems to take over at the moment. So I'm going to pop these in the freezer once I finish recording the video. And then later on in the week, we'll have gammon steaks with these crispy potato slices. And I also got this mixed vegetable frozen bag because frozen vegetables are much cheaper. I'm not a fan of frozen vegetables, but I want to save money at the moment for something specific, which I'll go into another video in January. So I bought the mixed veg because the veg I have is just like either sweet corn or peas, and I'm not a fan of them. So I grabbed some mixed veg to have with our roast dinner. I got some milk bottles as well that my son and I like, and I got some strawberry laces that my son and I like. I picked up another bar of dark chocolate. These fruity things my son has now in his bag for school for his mid-morning snack, but also snacking them throughout the week. If he wants a little something, he'll have one of those. 2 packs of jelly, 1 strawberry, 1 raspberry. One is for now, because I got some squirty cream the other day to make some trifles. We've got loads left, and my son said, can he have strawberries and jelly? So I'm going to get some strawberries on Monday before he comes home from school, and I'm going to make a jelly up, and then on Tuesday we can have it with squirty cream. And the raspberry one I'm going to put in the Christmas box. I got the protein drink rather than protein yogurt this week because I've not seen it in Aldi before, so I thought I'd give it a go. So I've picked that up for 89 pence. Some more honey. I needed to get some more cinnamon. I also needed ginger, but they didn't have any, so I need to put that on my list for Monday as well. Lemon juice, 2 tubs of yogurt. I got these baked beans and sausages. Usually I get them from Asda, and my son prefers these ones, so I'm going to get them from Aldi from now on. My usual rice cakes, my caramel rice cakes. Also got some Yorkshire puddings to have with our roast later on in the week. And I got some Neapolitan wafers. I actually got these last week for my son, and we've only got 2 left. He's had 6 in a week. He absolutely loves them. He thinks they're really good. So I grabbed some more for him. And then once I've got a free drawer in the freezer, I'm going to buy some more for Christmas. So that's everything I got from Aldi and Asda, and you would have seen the home bargain one just before. I'll put on the screen now how much I actually spent. I think it was between £45 and £50, so it wasn't a lot, and a lot of that was Christmas stuff. But I'll switch around now and I'll tell you a meal plan for the following week. So that is everything I got this week. Again, I'm using everything up in the freezer and the cupboard. I've not been eating very much over the last few weeks. As you've seen my short, you know that I've been dealing with something that's caused an awful amount of pain, but I'm healing very, very slowly. So this week's meal plan, as I said, my son is with his dad now Friday through to Sunday. I've got him back on Monday, and on Monday we are going to have fish and chips because I've got fish in the freezer that I bought last week, and I still got some chips in the freezer too. And I bought some cucumber, and I still got some carrots in the fridge, so I'm going to use those up for vegetables for him. And then I will have some of the Mediterranean vegetables for my dinner on fish and chips. On Tuesday, it's martial arts day, so he will either have a pork patty or he'll have the other half of the pizza in the freezer. I will have a freezer meal that I've got in the freezer still. I think I've got 2 left, so I'm going to have one of those on Tuesday. On Wednesday, he's going to be with his dad, so I don't have to worry about anything for dinner for him. And again, I'm going to use the last freezer meal up on Wednesday, so that all my freezer meals have now gone. On Thursday, he's back with me, and that's when I'm going to do the gammon roast, because we've got nothing to do. We've got no martial arts, no swimming, no football, nothing. So I thought I would get the gammon steaks out on Thursday morning and we will have a gammon roast on Thursday. And then on Friday, I've got some leftover sausage rolls. I think I've got 3 left, so we're going to have 1 each of those on Friday. And then it comes into the next week, which I would have gone grocery shopping for anyway. So it's a very cheap shopping budget, and I am using everything up in the freezer. So let me quickly go and show you what my freezer looks like. So this is my freezer and it's just a mess, but as you can see, I've got 1 slice of pizza there, I've got a sausage, I've got some chicken, here are some fish cakes which was cooked but never used, and I've only got like 2 or 3 Yorkshire puddings there as well, and in here is some pasta, and then in this one I've got all my bagels, and I've got some egg muffins here as well that I cooked for breakfast, and I've got 1 spare. And then just in here are some oat biscuits that I made myself. So I've got all like my rolls and muffins and stuff. And in there is where all the ice creams and the ice blocks go. I also have a back freezer, but when I move, this is going. So I've got more sausages just here. I've got the gammon steaks, I've got pork steaks, and I've got chicken. I've got a sandwich there, I've got pizza, I've got mashed potatoes. Oh, and I've got more Mediterranean vegetables there that I didn't know. Here I've got pork mince, 2 packs of pork mince. I've got some chips, and I've got more sausages, and I've got some chicken as well. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot of food. Some spinach, pork patties, these are cheese puffs, and then I think, yeah, these are more cheese puffs, and in that one just there is some sausage rolls. And then down here I've got my fish, salmon, fish fingers, sweet corn, breadcrumbs, and I've got puff pastry at the back. I still need to use up. And then I've got some Magnum ice creams that were $1.99 from Farm Foods. I think my mum got those and I took them off her. And then down here is my more fish. I got more fish for some reason, and my freezer meals. So that's in my freezer. So as you can see, I've got lots of food that I don't need to go and buy extra food for. So as you can see, that's what's in my freezer. So even though I haven't got lots of food on the table, I have plenty of food to feed my son and I. But that back freezer, once I move, is not coming with me. I'm only going to have a freezer like the fridge freezer. So I really need to start using all of that up very, very quickly. So that's what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. So that is my grocery haul. So quickly, let me show you what's going in the Christmas box this week. So this is what we brought last week. So we had Jazz's, marshmallows, yogurt coated rice cakes, white chocolate coins, hot chocolate packets, and a hot chocolate tub. So that was what we bought last week. And then this week I've got some Christmas sprinkles, candy canes, and mini marshmallows from Home Bargains. So that there is my hot chocolate station done. I don't need to buy any more for the hot chocolate station. I've got candy canes, I've got sprinkles, I've got marshmallows, and I've got hot chocolate. So my hot chocolate station is ready to go. I also got some gold coins, and I got some snowman chocolate as well. That is all from Home Bargains. And then in Aldi, I got the chocolate covered rice cakes because we like both the chocolate and the yogurt coated ones. I also got a raspberry jelly. I got some sweet chili rice crackers, and I got a packet of fruit shoots. So that is the Christmas box starting to fill up already. So that is this week's grocery haul. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your comments are down in the comment box below. What you think of the freezers, what you think of the Christmas box, what you think of the grocery haul. Are you also starting to use up all your food in the freezer and the cupboard to get ready to replace it all with Christmas items? Let me know in the comments if you are doing that. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Share it with a friend if you think it will help them in any way. Also, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope whenever you watch this, you're having a good morning, good day, or good evening, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.